Cool,
I
huh?
was rapping it too.
Awesome, huh? Did you grow up with King Shooter? 'Cause I know he made it
Yes.
pretty big with Dave East.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew King Shooter since we was like probably like 9, 10 years old.
What was he like growing up with? Like, what was he like?
He was really aggressive, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a real aggressive kid. Like when I first met Shooter, like we like had a fight, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, because in Queensbridge, it's different blocks. You know what I mean? It's like 6 blocks. So he was from a different block, and he came to hang out on my block, and they were just really aggressive. You know what I mean? And then it just one thing to another, and we wound up having a little fight, and it's crazy. But we became brothers after that. You know what I mean?
oh, cool. How many buildings is there in your projects? I was wondering.
96.
Oh, wow, that's a lot. Oh man. Yeah.
6 blocks and 96 buildings.
Oh yeah. Wow. Huh. How was it? Like, what's some good memories of King Shooter when you were growing up?
Um,
Because I
this
know
gonna
a lot
sound
of people
crazy.
like him.
This gonna sound crazy, right? But when we were 16, right, I went to Donny Park. We went to Donny Park on like if like say if like the community did a trip and took all the kids to Donny Park, so they ordered 2 buses. So we go to Donny Park, right, and then we get on the rides and stuff, and then these 2 girls was just like following us the whole thing. So now we get on the ride, and the shooter look at me. He like, "Yo, we get on here, and they right there. We gonna talk to him." Boom, and shooter. We had like a little gimmick where like shooter would play the quiet one, and I'll be a talkative. And you know what I mean? I'll be the one that talks. You know what I mean? So now we go over there. The girls come behind us. Boom. So I'm like, "Yo, y'all following us?" She like, "Y'all following us?" And then we start talking. But long story short, we wound up taking the girls outside of the park, across the street behind the Marriott, and they like gave us head. it was it was the craziest shit ever.
Oh
It
man.
was the craziest shit ever. It was like we was like 16. It was like we didn't even think that was possible. But that was like one of the craziest stories I could say. I know it's probably not appropriate, but
Yeah.
it was we were 16, I don't care. But that was just something that was just so crazy because they were some girls from Pennsylvania. But that was a great memory. That's something that I always, I'm always remember that because
That's funny.
yeah,
What's some other memories with him?
being on tour, you know what I mean, seeing him on the stage, you know what I mean, because he been to all my like mostly all my shows coming up, you know what I mean. So when him getting to blow up and now him being on stage and like I'm backing him up, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
it was like full circle moment, you know what I mean. So I just I cherish those moments that we was on the stage together, you know what I mean.
Yeah. What advice did he say? Did he give to you or anything?
He always just told me to keep dropping music, you know what I mean? Because I used to always tell him, like, yo, I want to get people behind me and money behind me. And he was like, he always just say, man, F that, just drop music, man. And people that's going to fuck with you is gonna mess with you, you know what I mean? People that's going to rock with you, it's going to rock with you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good advice. I know you guys got some songs together. How was it like working with him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like it's like any old, you know what I mean? It's just like any other friends doing something. It's like playing basketball together or anything. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a thing. It wasn't like a special thing. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
just like we in the studio and we making music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Cool.
know what I mean? It was natural because I've been making music with Shooter for a long time. You know what I mean? He always used to do a little something here or there. He'll do a verse here or this here, but he never took it as serious until he dropped that freestyle. But before that, he had a couple verses, but it wasn't enough. You know what I mean? He wasn't like super serious with it yet.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know his story, but I like some of his songs with Dave East. That's how I first had actually heard him. What's his story? How did he blow up? Did Dave East scoop him up, or how did that happen?
We all came up together. You know what I mean? So we all just was coming up together. You know what I mean? And then as we was coming up and Ace blew up, you know what I mean? Shooter started doing the promoter stuff. You know what I mean? So he was doing a lot of promoting, and through that he gained a lot of connections. So when he dropped his freestyle. Once he dropped his freestyle, he got like a 500,000 views on YouTube. You know what I mean? And like kind of blew up a little bit, and then after that, it was like the ball started rolling. You know what I mean? Yeah, got signed, did a couple of joints with East, and then one thing led to another. He was like a real rapper. You know what
Cool. Did you blow up with them at the same time, or what happened with you too? Because I didn't know
I
like
mean?
the story what happened.
Nah, you know what I mean. I wouldn't say I didn't really blow up fast. You know what I mean. My story is kind of like a gradual. You know what I mean. I like gradually just kept rising. You know what I mean.
Well,
Throughout
let
the
the people know
years.
what happened. Like what were the moments that took you there?
Um, the freestyle, Nas shot me out. Um, being with Ron Tess, he introduced me to so many people in a couple of years. So I'm doing songs with East, doing song with Havoc, and just you know what I mean, dropping consistently. You know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. That's
I got
awesome.
you know what I mean? I got like over 50 videos. You know what I mean.
Cool. What's your favorite moment with Shooter, like as a memory? And also, I didn't know like what happened to him. I haven't been able to find out any information online. Like rest in peace, but I don't know like what happened.
Yeah. So he had like a kidney failure. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Or liver. It's like his liver. I'm sorry, I said kidney. It was like his liver. You know, from drinking.
oh, okay, okay,
And
good.
then they tried to replace it. They tried to replace it, and then when they replaced it, it did. His body rejected it.
Oh, okay.
You know? So it ultimately, like, that was the reason for the passing. You know what I mean? Because the body rejected it. So,
Okay, okay. Yeah, rest in peace. Huh,
yeah, yeah.
huh.
They had tried to blame it on COVID at first, so
Oh, okay. Huh,
it wasn't like that.
huh. Oh, okay. What's some?
Still,
What'd you
but
say?
yeah, yeah. I'm about to say it's still unexpected. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't expecting that, but yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, rest in peace for sure. What was it like working with Dave East and wait before you move on? What was your best memories with him? You know?
When I got lost in Puerto Rico was one of them. Like, he was in Puerto Rico being shooting. I got lost. You know what I mean? I had my phone. I had a phone, but my phone would like freeze and it won't turn back on sometimes. And it just so happened to do that. And then when I was in a car dropping somebody off at the airport, so I couldn't get the GPS back to where I was, and I wound up being lost all day till like 12 o'clock at night. And then I walk in the house, like I finally found my way because some lady from a hotel like drove me back. I found a lady that speak English in the hotel, and then I told her like one street that I remember where I lived at, and then she like took me there, and then I got my find my way home. And once I got inside there, he was on the phone with my mom. Was like, yeah, telling my mom that I was lost, and I busted the door. And I busted the door like, yeah, I'm here. It was crazy, man. But that was a funny memory. It wasn't funny when I was lost, but now I laugh about it.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't laughing because I really thought I was lost in Puerto Rico. It was
Oh, okay.
crazy.
What was your first show like being on tour and stuff?
Oh man, it was amazing. You know what I mean? Really nerve. It's nerve. You know, you get a lot of nerves. You know what I mean? I'm really nervous. I wouldn't say scared or nothing because I did a lot of shows. Like when I was young, I used to do stage plays and stuff like that. So like I don't know. I like being on stage, but you get them nerves going. You know what I mean? And then, but once you touch the mic, it's just like poetry in motion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cool. Uh, what was it like? Also, what artists have you been on tour with? Like, cause I don't know. I don't know. Like, who were you on tour with?
Yeah, I was on tour with East, man. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
okay.
That's what we always go on tour with.
That must have been a lot of fun. How was it working with East and making songs and stuff?
Yeah, it's the same like shooting. You know what I mean? Because when I met East, we all was nothing. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I met him and he was a celebrity. You know what I mean? When I met him, he was staying in the next projects right over next from Queensbridge.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? We were just in the crib rapping. You know what I mean? So it was like two people just coming up together type thing, trying to do both people trying to get to the same goal.
Huh? How long ago did you meet Dave East, and what was that like?
Yeah, so I would say probably like he was making a mixtape called No Regrets. So whatever year that mixtape came out, that's like around the time I met him
Okay,
because he
maybe
was in
like
the
five,
process.
6 years ago or something.
Yeah, 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 because he had like I'm sorry, he
Yeah.
was in the process of making No Regrets mixtape when I made it. He probably had like 2, 3 songs made for it, but that's around the time I met him.
Well, what was he like in the beginning?
He's the same way he is now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's
Just always
cool,
doing
man.
music and stuff.
He's always cool. You know what I mean? He always been genuine, man. You know what I mean? One thing about him, he always been genuine. He always been cool. He always been trying to look out for us. He always been trying to show us something different. You know what I mean? He ain't have to do none of that. None of us really like grew up with him from like little kids. You know what I mean? So, but he embraced us. You know what I mean? We embraced him. You know, we showed love to Queensbridge. You know what I mean? We showed love to him.
Cool. Yeah. What was it like in the studio with him, and what producers was he working with? Because I know he's worked with Arab Music
Oh
before and
man,
stuff like
I mean,
that.
every time you're in the studio with Easy, it's like an adventure because you don't know who's gonna walk through the door. You know what I mean? So it's like one day you could be in there and it'd be somebody like Arab Music in there, then you could come back in there and now he's in there and Swiss Beats or Dre or Timbaland or you know what I mean? He's one of the few artists that has worked with so many people. You know what I mean? In a short period of time. So I always tell them that, like, yo, you blessed, man, because you got to work with so many legends, not just people. You got to work with so many legends. You know what I mean? And in hindsight, him working with all that legends is kind of like what made me want to tap in with the legends of Queensbridge and do Bridging the Gap. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was in the lab with him. Did you see him work with Arab Music?